Enter and you're on. Boosh. Hi, my name is Bango, Team Pharma Creative. Alright, so I am excited today. There's two things happening here today. One, our first launch of our podcast here called PNT Talk with Pharma Natural. And second of all, we have two people that are going to be launching this podcast that you don't want to miss. First one happens to be one of our leading scientists here at Pharma Natural. Her name is Rosalía. And accompanying her is a gentleman by the name of Bob Capelli. He's coming in from Hawaii. He should be here already. And he's going to be bringing a small little pill about this size, which punches a power that's of a magnitude. It is one of the world's largest antioxidant and disinflammatory in the nature, from what I understand. I'm super excited to hear about this head on because I've read about this product. And if you're suffering or you have issues from joint, tendon, muscle, and more so any like brain health, what I call it food for brain, by the way. You definitely want to tune in on this. And it is called, the little pill is called Astaxanthin, and it's a derivative of the marine algae. Amazing. It's a natural product. This is the natural approach. What this podcast is about. You want to tune in again. Take notes. You might want to share it also with friends too, because it's also for blessing others that want to take the natural remedy to feeling better and making America healthy again. So rather than me sit here and speak the whole time, I want you to go in and listen to this podcast. Okay, tune in, all right? So let's jump to it. Alright, so welcome back to the PN Talk over here at Pharma Natural, Miami Lakes, Florida. Joining us today, we're going to have two amazing people in-house, which is, I'm super excited to hear about this amazing Astaxanthin. We have Bob Capelli. He's the Vice President of Algae Health Science and author of 5 books. Amazing. This is one of them includes, which is Astaxanthin, called The World's Best Kept Health Secret, Natural Astaxanthin, as well as dozens of articles of trade and consumer publications and scientific papers for peer-reviewed technical journals. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you over to Bob. And Bob, first of all, I want to thank you for coming here to Miami. This is a great opportunity. This is going to be a blessing in many ways. I did a little bit of my study on this product, and I'm so excited that everybody else could be able to also understand and absorb some of this information you give us today. So she's going to talk a little bit more about the Astaxanthin. And we have Rosalía too, which will also, she is the head scientist here at Pharma Natural. Hello, Rosalía. How are you today?
Bien.
Okay. So I'm going to leave it to them, and let's get started.
Alrighty. Well, thank you first of all for having me here. It's a great honor to visit a brand like Pharma Natural. That's a leading brand that only uses the finest quality ingredients and puts in efficacious dosages, because that's a really important thing, first of all, is that you have to make sure that when you're thinking which supplements to use, you have to go with a trusted brand. Because a lot of brands, they'll use just the cheapest ingredients. A lot of brands won't put in the amount that's necessary to really get the clinical benefit. Right. Pharma Natural does things the right way. And so I'm very happy that they've launched Astaxanthin product. And so this is my latest book. It's called Natural Astaxanthin, the supplement you can feel. Okay. So the reason I call it the supplement you feel is because approximately 80 to 85% of the people that take this product can feel it working in their bodies within about a month and a half or so, and they can feel it in many different ways. So Astaxanthin has been clinically proven to have 10 different health benefits. And I don't know how much you can see this because it's kind of far away, but this is what we call the Healthy 10. And this document shows how many different clinical studies have been done on each of these 10 health benefits. They range from things from your head to your toe, from your brain and eyes, to your skin, to your heart, to your muscles. Astaxanthin has been clinically validated to benefit all of these things. Mm-hmm. Let me give a couple examples. I think the biggest group so far of people that have found astaxanthin and found the benefits have been athletes. Now, athletes, believe it or not, there's been over a dozen clinical studies showing 12 different benefits that athletes can get from astaxanthin. They range from increasing strength. You take it for a couple months and you actually get stronger. 62% stronger in 6 months of astaxanthin use in a clinical study done in Sweden. It increases endurance. It actually makes you recover faster after exercise. It reduces lactic acid levels in your muscles after you do some workouts. So lactic acid, that's what causes the burning and the pain in the muscles. It reduces that. It improves your joint health if you're doing a lot of heavy duty exercise. So for athletes, it's probably about the very best nutrient you can use. Now, I'm not just saying this because I wrote a book on it. I'm saying this because of clinical validation. And I've been in this industry, it'll be 30 years next year, and I've taken a lot of supplements myself. I've studied many supplements. That's all I've been doing for the last 29 years. And this is the one that is really documented to help people, like I said, in 10 different ways. Let me go over a couple of the other ways. It can get into the brain. It can cross the blood-brain barrier. It can get into the eyes, cross the retinal barrier. And in these vital organs, what it's doing is it's reducing oxidation, it's reducing inflammation. And those are the two, I call them the evil twins. Oxidation and inflammation, these are the two things that will slowly, over time, degrade and destroy your cells. And so it's if you can prevent those two, you're really taking care of most of your health issues especially as you age. And so really, I would call it the very best nutrient you can take for anyone over 40 and for athletes.
How are you?
Okay.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit?
Sí, por supuesto. Una de las ventajas fundamentales que tiene esta opción natural, nutricional, es su capacidad antioxidante. Como decía el profesor Bob, esta opción natural es una de las pocas que tiene documentación clínica, data científica que ha sido validada, ya que como nosotros conocemos, los suplementos naturales no requieren de una data científica para ser registrados por la Food and Drug Administration. O sea, muy pocos suplementos naturales tienen la data científica y la validación que tiene la utilización de la astaxantina, que es un suplemento completamente natural de un alga marina que se obtiene en condiciones orgánicas, que es segura, que tiene ensayos clínicos fase 1 y 2, o sea que ha demostrado seguridad y beneficios clínicos, y que al tener una capacidad antioxidante tan poderosa, tiene también la capacidad de que atraviesa la barrera hematoencefálica y puede actuar directamente sobre el sistema nervioso central, sobre la visión, el corazón. Tiene un efecto importante en todo lo que es el desarrollo y la fortaleza muscular. Disminuye, como decía el profesor, los niveles de ácido láctico, o sea que hay una mejor recuperación de los músculos ante cualquier tipo de ejercicio, y sobre todo provee esta capacidad de fortaleza y de mejoramiento de todo el sistema nervioso y muscular. Esto es muy importante, sobre todo en niños que tienen discapacidades, ya que generalmente estos niños tienen problemas de enfoque en su condición mental, de aprendizaje, debilidad muscular, y por lo tanto este antioxidante poderoso, que como decíamos es una opción natural, segura, comprobada clínicamente, que es una de las ventajas fundamentales que le vemos, ha sido ampliamente documentada. Acá tenemos el libro del profesor Bob, que no es el único, hay varios libros y hay más de 100 publicaciones científicas registradas sobre la eficiencia de este producto.
Y Rosalie, esto basado porque es natural, ¿correcto?
Ajá.
Y ha habido también estudios que dicen que hay side effects,
siempre que se hace un ensayo clínico, la primera fase del ensayo clínico se llama fase 1, que es de seguridad, safety. Y ahí lo que se evalúan son los efectos adversos, que además tienen una clasificación internacional según las ICH para ensayos clínicos. No se puede avanzar en ningún ensayo clínico si no se hace la fase 1 de safety. Si la fase 1 está bien, entonces se pasa a fase 2 y fase 3 para evaluar la eficacia de
What I
un
encourage
producto.
people to do is just to try this product. You try Astaxanthin yourself. Make sure you take it every day. Take it with food. At least in the beginning, I recommend 12 milligrams per day. You can go down usually after that to anywhere 4 to 6. But if you take it for 2 months at 12 milligrams, most people are going to actually feel it working in their bodies, and they're going to become big advocates for it, just like I've been for the last
Right.
17 years.
Yeah, and the same thing is like, this is not something you're gonna take now and then see results. This is something your body's gonna acclimate, and eventually, once it gets to the level where it's at, then it's a matter of maintenance and taking it every day. It's like brushing your teeth or drinking water. You gotta do it every day.
Yep.
Add it to your daily regimen, you know. Le estaba diciendo que eso es algo que se toma, ¿no?
Sí.
Y que no vas a ver resultado, que lo tomas hoy y vas a ver la diferencia mañana, que eso es algo que tienes que tomarlo y por su tiempo va a tener el efecto de como lo que hace el producto este de Astaxanthin, ¿no?
Este producto tiene además la particularidad de que puede tener presentaciones farmacéuticas diferentes. O sea, se puede presentar como un soft gel, que es una cápsula blanda, que es muy, o sea, está ampliamente difundido en el mercado, pero también se puede utilizar en suspensiones líquidas para niños y también en forma farmacéutica sólida, como pueden ser las tabletas y las cápsulas. O sea que realmente es un producto que, como es estable y soluble, permite utilizarlo. Los rangos de dosificación, como decía el profesor, generalmente se recomiendan 12 miligramos por día. En el caso de los niños, nosotros preferiríamos trabajar con 6 miligramos por día.
El mínimo de
Y,
6.
exacto,
Okay.
para entonces evaluar los resultados en un periodo de aproximadamente 6 a 8 semanas.
Right. Soft gels, I mean, I always try to understand myself too, like the soft gel versus having the capsules is the same effect as having, what's your take on the soft gel versus someone, because you're saying, you know, you have some people that can't take the soft gel for whatever reason, then you also have the kids only can take so many milligrams, but soft gel versus caps.
Yeah, there are actually 3 distinct forms for the raw material, and one's an oil that goes in soft gels, one's a powder
Correct.
that can go into foods, it can go into different drinks.
Mhm.
One's it's called a microencapsulated beadlet that goes into making tablets that are under high compression. But there's been bioavailability studies on all the 3 different forms, and each one is absorbed very well. The key thing is just to take it with food. When you take it with a meal, it absorbs better.
Mm. All right, so, and where can our listeners get this? Good question, right?
Well, the brand that I like to recommend is Pharma Natural. It's a great brand.
Okay.
They really do their research, as you can tell.
Absolutely.
They hire top-grade scientists, and they use efficacious dosages. They use the right amount,
Raw.
and they use quality raw materials.
Absolutely,
which is, that's the things you have to look for. Those 3 things.
I could vouch for that. And unlike other companies, you know, again, without putting out there is fillers, they put fillers opposed to having the correct ingredients.